92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Normally, I start off the second date updates by saying so-and-so is on the phone with us, and today they want to do a second date update. Well, I'll say that today, except you won't know their name.
Why?
Because it'll be beeped out. So I'll say the name 3 times now. You didn't understand any of that because that was all beeped. But she is on the phone to do a second date update today. She closed her email out to us saying, I will do a second date update as long as you beep my name out because people will know who I am because I'm in the public eye.
Oh, well, aren't you fancy?
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good. Thank you for agreeing to do the second date update.
Oh, thank you for having me.
So you said you're in the public eye, but you didn't say what you do. Are you perhaps the Vice President of the United States of America?
No, I am not.
Oh.
I was recently a Miss America contestant.
Oh,
right.
That's cool.
Beauty pageant queen.
Yeah, I was thinking
Yeah.
you were going to be like a meteorologist or something, but we'll take beauty pageant.
No, I'm not a meteorologist, although I do actually really like the sciences.
Okay. So you're not getting a call back from a dude. Tell us a little bit about him.
Well, I haven't been on a date in a little while. I've been having trouble meeting someone. I just, haven't met the right person. And
I would imagine for somebody like you probably meet a lot of creepy dudes who want to date you just because you're a beauty pageant contestant and you've competed in Miss America and stuff like that.
I want to date
Yeah.
her. I want to know her.
And then honestly, my day-to-day life, because there is a lot of work that goes into beauty pageants, there's not a lot of guys around,
Yeah.
to like meet at work sort of a thing.
So you just meet creepy dudes when you're signing autographs, basically.
Yeah.
All right. So you really like this guy, though?
I did. My friend convinced me very much against my will to try out a dating app.
Okay.
I've heard such awful stories that I was terrified to try doing it. But I tried it, and I met this guy, and he was really cute, and he seemed really sweet. And we ended up going out on a date, and it turned out to be a really, what I thought was a really, really great date.
Did he know that you were a Miss America contestant?
If he did, he didn't say anything, and I didn't bring up the whole pageant thing because I just didn't want to go there on a first date. I thought that would be a little weird for a lot of reasons.
You didn't show up in a sash with a crown.
No, I didn't do that.
See, that's what I would have done, definitely, if I was in your position. So what'd you guys do when you went out?
We met at a bar and had a drink and hit it off, and we had lots of great conversation. And it turned into dinner, and it turned into us having, a nice evening together. And then he asked me if he could walk me back to my car, and I said sure. And I ended up kissing him, which I've never done on a first date before.
So he didn't kiss you, you kissed him.
No, I guess I mean I let him kiss me. We kissed.
I was picturing you grabbing him by the shoulders and slamming him up against his car.
That's hot. Why not?
No. We kissed. I've never done that before. I don't know if he thinks.
You know that saying I don't usually do that is code for I do that all the time.
I know, but in this case it's true. I've literally never kissed anybody on a first date ever.
Did you tell him that after you kissed him?
Not in so many words, but I don't know if he thinks that I'm just a hookup girl or something. I'm totally overanalyzing this, but I thought we had a great time, and I sent him a text the next day just saying, hey, had a great time. It was nice to meet you. And nothing happened, and so I waited a few more days, and then I just said, hey, hope you're doing okay, and still nothing.
So you just haven't heard anything back from him at all since your date?
No.
Did you try texting him in all caps? I'm a damn former Miss America contestant. How dare you turn me down?
No.
Okay, that might work.
Do you think that there's a chance he could be intimidated by you?
That's honestly, I've encountered that, and it's one of the reasons that I didn't want to say anything. But I don't think he knows that I am. I didn't mention anything about it. And so if he knew on his own, he knew going into the date. So,
but you're a pretty well-spoken person. So
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, nothing makes me not want to call a girl back more than her being well-spoken.
I'm just saying, some guys
the
don't
worst.
are worried that the girl has outsmarted them or something.
Pretty and smart.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope it's not the case. If it's so, then he's not the guy for me.
Yeah.
But it's interesting with the whole pageant thing because I'm fortunate that I'm attractive, but it's kind of a double-edged sword because a lot of times that's all people see me as.
I feel your pain there. I get that all the time, and I'm like, you know what? I'm more than just good looks. I have a brain, too. If you would take a second and just talk to me rather than just oogle me nonstop.
It's a hard
It's a
life
tough
for
thing
you.
that we have to deal with. So did anything out of the ordinary at all happen on your date?
I mean, nothing overt. I've been, kind of obsessing over the details and trying to think what it might be. And we didn't really have a lot in common. We still had a great time, but we didn't seem to have a lot of specific things in common in our lives.
Okay.
So.
Okay, well, we'll play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, all right?
Okay.
Okay, just hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Welcome back to today's second date update, where we're joined by royalty this morning. That's right, is on the phone with us. The name is beeped out because she doesn't want her name revealed to the public because she is in the spotlight quite often as the queen of the universe.
That's not it at all.
At least the queen of whatever pageant that she's currently competing in to win. In case you missed the first part of today's second date update, is on the phone with us. She doesn't want her name revealed because she's a former Miss America contestant. She went out on a date with a guy named Chris. Chris isn't calling her back. She said everything on the date went fine, and she can't think of any reason that he's not calling her back other than the fact that they kissed on the first date, which is something she doesn't normally do. She thinks he might think that she's a little too forward. And what was the other reason?
We didn't really seem to have a lot in common
Okay.
in general, but...
Well, nobody has anything in common with you because you are royalty.
Oh, you poor
It's hard to
girl.
find common ground with a commoner. Am I right?
Oh, man.
What kingdom are you
Oh,
from, Prince?
such-
Oh, you're not from a kingdom.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
All right, I'm going to dial the phone number right now, get him on the phone, and find out why he's not calling you back, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Chris, please?
Speaking.
Hey, Chris, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm calling you because you recently went out on a date with one of our listeners, and they emailed me asking if I could get you on the phone to talk to you about that date.
What?
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's
It's
kinda
called the
crazy.
second date update. It's a segment that we do on our show where if you go out on a date with somebody and don't call them back, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and ask why. Her name is...
Oh, man.
Did you not like...
Yeah, I mean, do you guys make a lot of these calls?
We do, actually. Usually things work out for the best. People end up hashing things out and go out on another date at the end of the phone call. So just wanted to know if she did anything wrong on the date and why you're not calling her back.
No, I mean, yeah, I don't know. It was fine, I guess.
Fine, I guess. So not impressive enough to have you want to go out with her again.
Honestly, she was just, like, kind of annoying.
What?
She was annoying?
Yeah, like, she was, I mean, it was, like, an okay date. It's just, like, she's just kind of one of those annoying, like, fake people.
Fake?
Whoa.
Why was she fake?
Like, she was trying too hard, you know? Like, it was like she was put together and everything, but she was just, like, trying really hard and was kind of, like, annoying.
If she
Kind of annoying. So she didn't seem genuine to you.
Yeah, and also she had, like, a really annoying laugh.
We talked to her on the phone because we talk to the people when they want us to do one of these second date updates, and I didn't notice her having an annoying laugh.
Oh, I mean, I don't know what to say. Maybe, like, it's more annoying in person, or maybe she was, like, fake laughing with me. Either way, I was like, what is going on?
But if she was so annoying, why would you kiss her at the end of the date? I mean, that totally gives her the wrong impression.
I mean, don't get me wrong. She was a really pretty girl, so I wasn't really going to, pass up on a kiss with a pretty girl.
That makes sense. That does make sense.
Right? Like, it was there, so I thought, all right, cool. But, kind of going forward, she's not really the girl for me. Like, she's kind of trying too hard and too put together. It just wasn't, like, good chemistry.
Okay, so you're not calling her back because she seemed fake and she has an annoying laugh.
Yeah, and she also wasn't that funny either.
Wow.
That's the worst. Somebody who has an annoying laugh and then can't crack a joke. Am I right?
Yeah, no, and I'm always looking for girls who have a really good sense of humor who can make me laugh, and so it was kind of like a disappointment.
So you know what? She did tell us that she's really busy and she doesn't date a lot. So maybe she was seeming fake, or you got that vibe from her because she doesn't go out very much and doesn't really know how to date.
Yeah, but like that's not that cool either.
All right. So you just didn't like her
Wow.
and you thought she was kind of annoying, if I'm going to just wrap it all up in a nutshell.
Yeah, like to be totally blunt.
See, we thought you weren't calling her back because you maybe got home and Googled her and found out that she was in pageants and stuff like that and thought they were stupid or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
She's in beauty pageants and stuff like that. You said she was pretty. She actually a former Miss America contestant.
She didn't say anything about it on the date.
Well, you know what? Would you like to talk to her?
Actually, maybe I should just text her and see what's up with that.
You know what? You don't need to text her. You can actually talk to her right now because she's on the other line listening.
Hi.
Wait,
Yeah. Say hi to Chris.
Hey.
hey, what's up?
Sorry I was so annoying on our date.
No, I don't think it was like that exactly. You know, I think it was maybe just like,
No, you seem pretty clear about it.
I don't know. I think that's really a misunderstanding because honestly, you know, first dates can be kind of hard to read.
As somebody who's been in pageants, I know how to wind and answer your way pretty well, and you're doing a pretty bad job of it right now.
No. I think you just misunderstood what I was saying. I was just saying that like that we couldn't really connect for whatever reason. But I think that honestly, if we had another date, like we could actually talk. And,
Honestly.
I mean, didn't you actually hear me say that I wanted to text you again?
Yes, I did hear that after you found out that I was a beauty pageant girl.
That honestly has nothing to do with it.
Chris, you're being so
Really?
obvious right now.
You're such an
You're telling me
ass.
you just had a change of heart out of the blue.
No, it's not like out of the blue. It just like made me rethink things about kind of who you are and what you're about. You know, like you could have more going on
No,
than I
I'm actually
realized.
really curious to know the answer to this. How does finding out that I'm a pageant girl make you reevaluate me as a person? I'm really curious what new insights it gave you.
Well,
into
because
me.
it's cool because you can like you have to stand up in front of the audience. It takes a lot of bravery and it takes a lot of art. And also, I'm sure you don't date a lot because of your busy schedule.
That's what they told you.
Chris, you're an idiot.
But I get it. There's a reason why maybe on a first date you wouldn't be totally comfortable.
You weren't concerned about that at all when you completely ignored me after our first date until you found out that I was a pageant girl.
I just feel like a lot of what I said earlier in the call was taken out of context.
Yeah. Like the annoying laugh. That can often get taken the wrong way.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that was like taken out of context in the moment of our first date. We didn't laugh as much as I wanted to, but I know you have to be funny in order
Was there a
to even
quota
get
that you were
that.
trying to fill?
I just like, I think that maybe we could laugh more.
Dude, if I were you, I'd be pissed. Are you pissed?
I'm feeling disappointed because I thought he was really attractive, and I thought we had maybe some prospects for the future, but apparently, I don't even know.
I think maybe we could have some prospects for the future, honestly.
I think you guys could too. Chris, would you like to go out on a second date with We will pay for it.
Yes, I would.
Okay, yeah, I think you've made that very clear. Are you interested in going out with Chris again?
I'm going to be totally honest. If he had stuck to his guns about I was a kind of annoying on the date or whatnot, and like, let's give it another chance when I'm not as nervous, I totally would have gone out with you again. But the fact that you did such a 180 because of something to do with the way I look, that's just insulting to me.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Good for you.
All right, well, I mean, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Why are you being annoying right now?
Oh my God, what an ass.
All right, Chris, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Look, just so you know, I'm going to text you after this phone call, so please respond. Okay?
Yeah, right.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.